This is if you chose option number 2, the ProCon website, so procon.org. When you first get to the website, you'll have to scroll down a little bit and you'll see a bunch of pros and cons of what are called controversial issues. So you can look, there's all different kinds. For me, education world is typically what I'm pretty interested in, and I'm going to look at banned books. And one of the questions you have to answer is, what is the argument? So if you want to learn a little bit about the topic you're interested in, this usually gives you some background here. And then the question is right here. Should parents or other adults be able to ban books from schools and libraries? So if that's my question, I'm literally going to just go and copy it. Control C. I'm going to go to my notes document, and I'm going to put the question in there just so I know what it is. Obviously you can, reformat that to put it in terms of, whichever format you want, whatever font and text and all of that you would like. Now I have to go and look at the strongest pro and the strongest con. What I can tell you about this is actually when you get onto Schoology, you have to put it in your own words. So when I looked through these pros and cons, and I wanted to try to decide, well, what were the strongest ones, I actually read through and then I put it right into my own words, automatically when I went to my notes. You can do it that way, or you can copy, this bolded part and put that into your notes document, and then you can reword it and rephrase it when you get to Schoology. It's up to you. Either way works. But when I read through these pros and cons, there are 3 of them. I actually decided that my pro number 1 was the best support. So should parents and adults be able to ban books from schools and libraries? Well, this pro says that parents should have the right to decide what material their children are exposed to and when. So that definitely supports that parents should be able to ban books from different places, because there are things often in reading material that maybe a parent doesn't want their child reading just yet. So I'm going to do it this way, where I actually am going to copy that little headline part and I'll paste it right in. And then I have to find my strongest con, so I'll go back. So parents may control what their own children read, but they don't have a right to restrict what books are available to others. Many frequently challenged books help people get a better idea of the world and their place in it. And books are a portal to different life experiences, and reading encourages empathy and social emotional development. So which one of those do I think best supports this counterclaim that books should not be banned? Okay, parents and other adults shouldn't be able to ban books from schools and libraries. And I actually like the strongest con that I like is that frequently challenged books help people get a better idea of the world and their place in it. So that would be my strongest counterclaim. Okay. Now copy and paste it in there. What I can tell you is really going to help you decide your pros and your cons is to really look closely at, what's being said after that, bolded part. So what books is it talking about? What is it trying to teach you? Don't just look at the bold-faced words and decide what you like. I actually took some time before recording this to read these pros and cons and actually read through them. So that was really helpful for me. So once you're finished with that website and you have to go back to Schoology and answer those questions, these are the 3 questions that you would have to answer. So the first one it can be copied and pasted. What is the claim you researched? Okay. And then the strongest pro to support the claim. Well, parents have the right to decide what material their children are exposed to and when. I would have to paraphrase that. And so in order to, paraphrase this, I might put it right here on the document, or I might go into my Schoology assignment and take this thought and reword it right into my answer. It's up to you what you would like to do. If you have any questions, please let me know. Make sure that you're writing in complete sentences. It does matter. And do your best on this. There's some really neat topics that you can look into.